Here are 2 Century brass fans from probably the 1920s, I think. Let's take a look at the information tag. This is a model number 154. There's also another number that says S316, which I think is the inches. So I got these both from Facebook Marketplace for $75 for both of them. So $37.50 each. So this listing was taking place in a town by the city of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. About 3 hours from me. However, I think this was well worth the drive because now I have 2 brass fans that I can hopefully use. They're the same model, so a dual install in like a living room would look great. Of course, when I move out, when I'm an adult. Not right now that I'm still a teenager. So I did address some problems with these. In fact, I already started taking one apart. Unfortunately, this one will not get repaired until a few weeks. Because, as unfortunate as it is, the switch here is busted. Yep, this is busted. The porcelain is all broken up, and it's so bad that you can't screw it back into the fan without doing some stupid getter repairs. As a matter of fact, I have all the hardware for that fan sitting on the floor. They did a pretty good job repairing it in a sense that it can be used again, but not so great in the fact that it doesn't look good when you open up the base. So what I plan to do, and this is why I said it won't be able to be repaired until a few weeks, I'm planning to just redo this entire switch, save the choke coil, of course, and some of the hardware that you can't buy in the store. I'll just replace this whole porcelain thing with a new 3D printed one. When I get a better computer, that's when I'll be able to 3D print it, because my current computer, which is a Chromebook, doesn't support many 3D printing slicing websites. So, therefore, I can't use my 3D printer until I get a better computer. So, and another thing is, I'm observing this lever thing is probably broken at some point too, because I see that the black part is broken off, and this translucent blue part is repairing that, which I think that's a pretty good repair. I mean, it's not tacky or anything, but even though I don't think that repairs all that bad, it's still not 100% clean, so I'm just going to replace that plastic thing with a whole new one made out of 3D print. So, yeah, that'll be coming in the future. It just won't be right away. Not to mention the wiring is all in bad shape, as what pretty much every single antique fan I own does. So, yeah. This other one has a little bit more on it. It has at least some lead wire. It's not the original one, but it has some. And it's in horrible condition, of course. It's not even the original one, so these were probably stored in a not so good environment, because look at that. It's just cracking and disintegrated. It's not safe. Not to mention these wires are just aluminum too. So, yeah. This one, unfortunately, has a blade bent up. I hope I can repair that without breaking it. And also, I hope that the switch is not broken in this, because if I can turn this around, this does still have the original plastic thing on it. Which, hope it's not metal, because if it was metal, you would get zapped. But this still works like it's brand new. It looks like it's a little bit loose inside, but I hope that it is still okay. And I hope the oscillation all works and all that stuff too. These were pretty cheap on Marketplace, so I'm not going to be super upset if I do have to replace some expensive parts. I do know that I'm going to have to replace the wiring for both of them, though. I did go to Menards and got some new wiring, replica cloth wire. And these do use the 3-wire head wires, which I'm not a huge fan of those because more failures can happen with those, but I know I can do it. So hopefully these motors run and everything like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.